Yes, ma'am. Hello? So basically, I'm the first series of my story is I'm telling like my background, like where I came from and like, with my parents and how I started basketball and how you helped me in my life a lot.
Mhm.
So what you think like the series name should be? How could you start it off? Like the true like I don't know. The true beginnings of Ariana or
You gotta know my past.
Mel?
You gotta know my past to know where I'm going.
No, ma, that's not it.
Okay.
That's not it. That's a long entry.
Determination.
Nah. It's something I feel like it gotta be something to do with like something deep, something real.
Mm.
I'm Ariana Johnson and I'm the forgotten child. My grandma had me, her name Yvonne, she had me since I was 3 months old. I guess the living space would, I'll say my parents wasn't the best option for me, so I went to stay with my grandma. We both changed, well, she changed my life completely and I changed hers completely. It was just, we started, when I moved, I actually was staying in Greenville. I was in North Carolina.
Right.
So, but then stuff got, I seen a lot of stuff, like trauma, like, she been through a lot while I was with her. So we moved back to Florence because the lack of help with me. Because I wouldn't say I was a troubled child, but I'll say I came from a long way. So, I mean, my head wasn't pretty much on straight until I came back to Florence and then thank my uncle because he brought up I should play basketball. I was like in fourth, third grade.
How old were you? Like really? How old were you?
I was like, I'll say like 8, 9, something like that. 8, no, probably 8, 7.
Okay.
So then my uncle introduced basketball to me. And that's when I started, like, gradually falling in love with it. And then the crazy thing is, I mean, I'm not gonna say the name, but one of my one of my former teammates, they made me cry because we was on the same All-Star team because I didn't know how to do nothing. They made me cry. And I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing it. But that's when eventually it was like, so a referee was like, a couple referees came to my grandma and was like, don't stop her from doing it. And Coach Ellaby, I remember his name, that was my first basketball coach. He told my grandma that he sees something in me, that I can really be a dog. That's when I started working with Coach Frank. I started working with Coach Greg. It was like a bunch of people that were just trying to take time and help me out. That's when I used to go to Coach Frank's house, practice with no basketball. We just used to run, get fundamentals in. And that's why he my senior coach now. That's crazy to me. But I just really, I fell in love with it. So my mom, she was just like, she's still around, but I wouldn't think she was in the right headspace for me to get me to understand me. Take like most of my anger out on my grandma, but you have to learn how to like deal with like these people are just who they are. You can't be mad and be angry all the time, and that's another thing. Like if I'm feeling down by anything, I just go play basketball to clear my mind.
You had every reason to fail. I'm just be real. Like if you crash out, where she came from?
I'm lucky I didn't go in the system because all the rest of my siblings did.
How many of them are there?
It's 3 more than me. I'm the oldest out of all my siblings, and I got 2 on my dad's side.
Where your dad at? Oh no, he locked up.
Yeah, he locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to get out May the 1st of next year, and that'll be like the first time I actually meet him.
How was that like not talking to him like that? How's that like not even?
I mean, well, I know that when I was little, he just like lie all the time, and like he'll just lie to me, lie to me. And then my grandma, she got sick of it, so it's like she'll tell him like he can't talk to me right now, and she just like fill my head up with lies and stuff. And it was just like hurt because like as a child you just look around, but like you want a mom and
They daddy is. Yeah.
and then like it always used to be when I was growing up, it's always a donuts for dads. So like I think my first donuts was dad's like in 5th or 6th grade, and my goddaddy came. You probably know him. His name Damian Douglas though. But that was my first time. having somebody come to me for donuts and that. It make you don't want to treat your kids like that. Like, my mom, she try to like blame it on my grandma, like, you know, how she raised her kids. But me, it's like, I feel like if something not going right for me, I'm going to change it around and do what's right for my kids. That's just me. From time to time, I battle with depression. Like, a lot of people that I go to school, I remember Officer Kelly, I was 10th grade, Officer Kelly told me, like, he wouldn't think I go through a lot because I don't go around people with, like, a sad or a depressing look. I'm just always trying to be, you know, happy. And I feel like another thing with me is, like, I always feel like I need somebody around so I don't feel alone. Because when I get alone, it's just scary.
I remember during the games, I was filming, and after y'all beat me, you was like, "This my shit."
Yeah, I would been like, my grandma even asked me about that. She wasn't even mad. I just felt like I conquered something, you know? Coming back, we was losing, we was down, came back, I made a good pass to Crystal. I remember going to the basket, getting a layup, and then, actually, they don't know this, but Elle was standing at the 3-point line, and I think Zoe was taking the ball out. So I was like, okay, where my man? Where my man? So next thing I know, I seen Zoe passing the ball, and I just grabbed it and then went to the in the basket to make the layup. So that's another reason why we came back too, to get that lead.
All right.
Yeah.
That was a great game. Because I was waiting on you to like give me like a keyword, and you said anger. Because you play with a lot of anger. Like, yeah, you be mad out there. But that's the dog though. You know what I'm saying? Like I noticed that about watching you play. I noticed that. And I want to talk about I want you to talk a little bit about last year, about your junior year.
Okay.
Because I was looking forward to watching you play at Wilson.
Okay.
Like so many other people was.
Okay.
And you went over to South. You played at South. Talk about that transition and how was that?
Okay, so on the next episode of The Forgotten Child, starring me, Ariana Johnson, we'll be taking you through why I love Wilson for South and South for Wilson. Also, I'll be taking y'all back to where it all started. Stay tuned.